So, how is the face of an avoidant looks like in real? The real face of avoidant looks like having contempt on their face. Their real face is of contempt. Okay. So, what is contempt? Contempt is, understanding that they have done something which is shameful, but yet they are not taking accountability for it and waiting for you to, make a mistake and project that shame onto you. Okay. It's a paused uh, expression, basically. It's a paused expression in a way that, they are waiting for you to do a mistake and they are holding that shame into them just to, you know, just to have you do a mistake and project that shame onto you, basically. That is what contempt face looks like. Okay. Contempt face is, it's like, an anger that they are holding on to. You can see it on their face, but in their lower body, I mean, from their mouth to the lower body, they are holding the contempt. Okay. And on from your, mouth, from your upper lip to above, they are, feeling the shame. Okay. In their head part. Okay. They are feeling the shame. Okay. But they are holding on to the contempt. So contempt is all about, waiting for the other person to make a mistake and to say that, see, even you are not perfect, see, you just did the same thing I did. Okay. And projecting that shame onto you. But if you are somebody who knows how to process your emotion and you do not feel shame, if we all feel shame. Okay. But the person or people who, feel the shame and accept it, and take accountability for, doing something which was shameful. you know I was just watching this video, right, from Professor Sam Wankin. Okay. So he says that, shame is very powerful, in the sense that shame means that you did something willingly, you did something which you knew that was wrong, and you still did it. Okay. Because you were not thinking of facing the consequences of those steps, that step, for your own selfishness or whatever. But you knew that it will, the result will be someone getting hurt, or something that will make you shameful about it, but you still did it because of your own reasons. Okay. But shame is so powerful that, if somebody accept, that they have done something shameful, they can actually, make some amendments. Okay. And rectify those uh, emotions as to why they did what they did. Okay. And also taking the acceptability and accountability for what they did, and try not to do it again, or just taking another path instead of doing something which is shameful. Okay. So the avoidant actually feel shame for the abuse they have gone through in their childhood, or uh, even in their adulthood. They feel the shame, but they are not ready to take accountability for they are not ready to accept that they have you know accepted the abuse, and it was shameful to accept the abuse and just keep going on with it. Instead, they could have taken a stand to against that abuse, and would have taken a higher road you know to protect themselves. Okay, instead of getting abused and projecting their whenever they are getting abused, they they have this reason that I was getting abused. And getting abused is also a shame. Okay, you are not supposed to you know accept the abuse. Okay, if you are accepting the abuse, that means you are willingly accepting it, and it is shameful. You are not supposed to abuse anybody, and as well as you are not supposed to let anybody abuse you. That's the balance you are supposed to keep. Okay, but if you take the abuse and you develop a shame wound in you. Okay, there are people, I mean, on healing journey, we accept the fact that we exposed ourselves to narcissistic abuse, and people, toxic people abusing us, and we accept that in on healing journey. This is a very crucial point of healing. You can heal only when you accept that you yourself have accepted that abuse to yourself. Okay, and you feel that shame. Okay, you you heal that wound of shame by accepting that shame feeling, and feel that shame and try to make amendments, and taking necessary steps to not that thing or abuse happen again to you. Okay, that is the very initial stage of starting your healing journey. Until unless you do not accept the fact that you have exposed yourself to be abused. Okay, even as a child, I feel like there are some kids who understand that they are getting abused, and they keep themselves distant from the narcissistic parent. Okay, but there are kids who accept the abuse, thinking about morals, and that the parent could be right because they are elder to them. But then this giving benefit of doubt to the okay, abuser. Okay, in any relationship, I'm just not talking about narcissistic parents, I'm talking about any abuse. If you give benefit of doubt to the abuser, you are, in reality, what you are actually doing is taking accountability. You are taking accountability for the abuse that is happening to you if you give benefit of doubt to the abuser. Okay, so this is what happens. Okay, somewhere this shame wound comes in the picture because you had the opportunity to just distance or cut off the narcissistic supply but you still stayed with the narcissist, close enough to get abused because you were giving benefits of doubt to the narcissistic person. Okay, and there could be selfish reasons behind it, or could be selfless reasons behind it. Okay, but the avoidant has done this, you know they have given benefits of doubts to their abusers, to actually for their own selfish needs and desires. Okay, that is why they stayed in those toxic relationships. As compared to the empaths uh, had a selfless reason. Actually, what I believe is that they had selfless reason, or they believed in something higher. Okay, in the morality, or believing that the other person is good, or the other person is elder to me, they are my parents. Okay, so because of those beliefs, the empath gave the benefit of doubt. Okay, but the avoidant gave benefit of doubt for their own you know selfishness. They actually wanted something out of that abusive person, and that's why they took the abuse. But the empath did not give the benefit of doubt because they wanted something from the abuser. Okay, but because they had a thinking of maybe this person could be not in a good mood, or maybe going through something, you know that's why they are behaving toxic with me. And they were just thinking like that, and they were giving benefits of doubt. They were thinking that the other person is also a human being, and they can also express their emotions and get angry, or hurt people. When you are hurt somewhere, it's a human tendency that you hurt another person, if they try to please you, or calm you down. Okay, this just happens naturally, not just humans, animals as well. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Okay, so I was at the ATM machine. Okay, and there was a dog sitting next to the door of the ATM machine. Okay, and I was waiting for my turn to get inside the ATM machine room. Okay, so I just sat down, and I touched the dog's one of his four legs. Okay, to pet him. Okay, but the dog was traumatized, or was hurt by other human beings to an extent that that dog thought that I might hurt him. Okay, hurt it. Okay, he bit me. Okay, so this is what it is. So you understand. And as a human being, I've if somebody who is hurt and hurts you, you will not go chase them and ask them as to why you hurt me. They hurt you because they were hurt. Okay, by other people. It was never personal. Okay, you got hurt in the process is something happened accidentally. Okay, you never had the intention of getting hurt, and the other person also never had the intention of hurting you, but since they were hurting inside, they hurt you. Okay, that's how you think. Okay, but then with it could happen once with a normal human being who's not toxic. But if the other person is narcissistic or avoidant, they have this poor wound. I mean, they are so hurt that every time you try to please them or calm them, they will hurt you. They will think that you are a punching bag. since you keep on because you keep giving them benefits of doubt, you keep on coming back to them, they will think that you are not getting hurt, maybe, okay, by what they are doing to you, by how they are hurting you. You are not getting hurt, so they will keep on hurting you, okay. So only when you keep a boundary with them, they actually stop, okay. So the the narcissist, they feel the shame, okay. um, I'm not sure, but even a narcissist have contempt face, okay. But the avoidance real face is actually a contempt face, okay. They see you with contempt if you see their real face, because they think that they are better than you, or they are thinking that the mistakes I have done, even you will do. But then the difference between the avoidant and an empath is that the avoidant will not try to feel the shame, okay, and they will try to, they will wait for the for you to do a mistake and project, they will try to project their shame onto you, okay. That's how they get rid of their shame wound, okay. They do not process shame actually, okay. They project it onto other people, okay, even though they had the chance of taking accountability for their for the things, shameful things they have done, okay. But they still do not take accountability or any amendment. They do not make any amendment in their life to dissolve this shame wound in them, okay. But in case of empaths, they are in people who are on healing journey. They accept the shame by taking accountability for giving benefits of doubt to the avoidant or to the narcissist, and going through the healing journey by making amendments and taking accountability for what they were supposed to do in those situations, instead of just giving benefits of doubt to the other person to carry on with the things that were going on with the toxic person, the avoidant or the narcissist, okay. It's not that the narcissist or avoidant can give you something that you don't have. It's the thing that you have to understand that what they can give you is something you can give to yourself, okay. It might look hard, okay, obviously it is hard, okay. But then getting things or done, or getting things which you want and desire from somebody who is toxic is going to backfire you, okay. You have to understand the from the source from where you are taking you are getting your desires and needs getting fulfilled from, okay. The source should be correct. Instead of toxic people, instead of asking the toxic person to, or the avoidant or the narcissist to fulfill your desires, you are supposed to ask a healthy person or empathetic person, or if they are not able to do, you should ask God, or you should ask yourself as to I want this from myself, and I will give it to myself, okay. And that's how you disconnect from the that's how you have to be, basically. You are not supposed to take things from negative people, because the energy attached to the things that you are taking from negative people will be negative. Obviously it will backfire you, it will not stay with you for long, Okay, your desires will fulfill in those moments, but not forever. But to fulfill your own desires forever, or to feel the satisfaction, you are supposed to you know either have a good source, correct source, you asking from God, or from good people who have good intentions towards you, will be right, or you give it to yourself instead of asking the negative person. Okay, so basically this is what I wanted to explain. The avoidant have a face of contempt, basically, if you see them for real. Okay, they look very, they when they are around you, they should have, they are wearing a different mask of being happy and chill and everything, but the real face is actually contempt. Okay, it's contempt. Okay, and there are other things also related to it, like being disobedient, disrespectful. This is what all these things are there in the avoidant. It is actually nasty and messy in the avoidant head and in their whole living being. Actually, they are not happy person. That's why they look at you with contempt, because they are holding on to the shame. They have the core shame wound. Okay, because they have inflicted that shame wound onto themselves, because they knew that they were doing wrong, and still they went ahead and did it. Okay, because they had their own selfish desires, I suppose. Because if you are selfless, you you will feel like taking accountability for it, because you never had the intention of selfishness, or just taking from other people. But the avoidant has the intention of just taking from other people. Okay, and that's where the contempt or hatred towards other people comes from. They feel shame that they are just taking from people, and they cannot give back. And when you ask them to give you, because they are also taking from you, okay, as an empath, you might ask the avoidant to give you something, but they will see you, look at you with contempt as to why this person is asking me back. Okay, because they don't want to give you. Okay, they have always learned to take from people. Okay, this is what their narcissistic parents have taught them. Okay, or their parents have taught them, basically. But you being selfless, you are not like that, so you can actually process shame. Okay, and this shame is basically related to you giving benefits of doubts to the toxic people, to the avoidant. So you are supposed to dissolve it by giving what you wanted, to yourself. All right, so love yourself. This is what the avoidant is has taught you, is teaching to the empathetic people, that you are supposed to love yourself to an extent that you fulfill your own desires. Okay, you do not look for external entity or a person to fulfill your desires. You are supposed to fulfill your own desires. All right, so it could be hard, but you are supposed to be little hard on yourself, be loving towards yourself at the same time. Okay, and keep going. Okay, all right, so thank you, bye, take care.